1. Sounds made in the mouth that allows free flow of air. Is it A. Syllables, B. Vowels, C. Consonants, or D. Intonation? The answer is B. Vowels. 2. The rise and fall of the voice pitch during speech. Is it A. Syllables, B. Consonants, C. Vowels, or D. Intonation? And the answer is D. Intonation. 3. Sounds made in the mouth by stopping airflow with either your tongue or your teeth. A. Syllables, B. Consonants, C. Vowels, or D. Pronouns? The answer is B. Consonants. 4. Primary categories of words according to their function. Is it A. Nouns, B. Gerunds, C. Royal order of adjectives, or D. Parts of speech? The answer is D. Parts of speech. 5. The beats of spoken language. For example, ka, te, go, re. Is it A. Syllables, B. Gerunds, C. Royal order of adjectives, or D. Nouns? And the answer is A. Syllables. 6. Verbs that ends with ing and function as nouns. For example, talking. Is it A. Suffix, B. Gerunds, C. Irregular verbs, or D. Modal verbs? And the answer is B. Gerunds. 7. Added at the end of a word to alter its meaning. Is it A. Suffix, B. Gerunds, C. Pronouns, or D. Prefix? And the answer is A. Suffix. Number 8. Words that stand in place of nouns. A. Common nouns, B. Proper nouns, C. Pronouns, or D. Modal verbs? And the answer is C. Pronouns. 9. Added at the beginning of a word to alter its meaning. Is it A. Adjectives, B. Common nouns, C. Pronouns, D. Prefix? And the answer is D. Prefix. 10. Words that identify or name people, places, ideas, and things. Is it A. Adjectives, B. Common nouns, C. Pronouns, or D. Nouns? The answer is D. Nouns. 11. Words that modify nouns and pronouns. Is it A. Adjectives, B. Common nouns, C. Adverbs, or D. Collective nouns? And the answer is A. Adjectives. 12. Words that identify or name people, places, and things. Is it A. Adjectives, B. Common nouns, C. Pronouns, or D. Nouns? The answer is B. Common nouns. 13. Words that describe actions or are doing words. Is it A, adverbs, B, determiners, C, verbs, or D, modal verbs? (14) Words that describe or give more information about verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. Is it A, adjectives, B, adverbs, C, determiners, or D, prepositions? The answer is B, adverbs. 15. Verbs that function as nouns. Is it A, determiners, B, regular verbs, C, infinitives, or D, conjunctions? The answer is C, infinitives. 16. Words that connect different parts of a sentence. Is it A, determiners, B, conjunctions, C, abstract nouns, or D, nouns? And the answer is B, conjunctions. 17. Things that exist in our minds. Concepts, ideas, feelings, characteristics, attributes, etc. Is it A, abstract nouns, B, common nouns, C, proper nouns, or D, determiners? The answer is A, abstract nouns. 18. Groups of people, animals, or things. Is it A, subject, B, collective nouns, C, prepositions, D, nouns? And the answer is B, collective nouns. 19. Person or thing performing the action or the verb. Is it A, determiners, B, subject, C, pronoun, D, nouns? The answer is B, subject. 20. Words that show the relationship between words in a sentence. A, prepositions, B, determiners, C, object, D, regular verbs. The answer is A, prepositions. 21. Names. First letter is usually capitalized no matter where it appears in a sentence. Is it A, determiners, B, proper nouns, C, regular verbs, or D, fillers? The answer is B, proper nouns. 22. Person or thing that receives the action. Is it A, determiners, B, object, C, interjections, or D, filler? The answer is B, object. 23. An order in which multiple adjectives are placed before the noun. Is it A, determiners, B, parts of speech, C, royal order of adjectives, or D, filler? And the answer is C, royal order of adjectives. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe, turn on your post notification.